Yo, it's your boy Mixed by Mario. I'm coming back at you with another video. This video today is going to be how to do a rough mix. So if you don't know what a rough mix is, basically the artist comes in, he records a song, and you try to get a mix as fast and as good as you possibly can within like no more than 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes is too long, but try to keep it under 10 minutes. But yeah, that's a rough mix. I'm not trying to make this video too long, so let's just get into it. The song that we're gonna be doing today is a song called Reload by Millie. He's actually signed to Rollo Fam Goon, so if you don't know, bro, check him out. Like, he hard for real, you feel me? This was recorded at the New Palm Beach studio. That's where I currently work at. If you're trying to book a session, hit me up, Mixed by Mario, you feel me? We can get some work done. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let y'all hear it raw. Only thing that's gonna stay on is like the reverb and shit like that, but this is how it sounds raw.
Miami smoking his ass. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. Don't care that I go. Put it in my teeth when I smile it show. Probably did you roll it two-tone. That bitch out in the day, in the night it glow.
You feel me? Bam. So let me turn all this back on. Blase, blase. And this is how the rough mix sounded. You feel me?
I'm gon' tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking his ass. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. Don't care that I go. Put it in my teeth when I smile it show. Probably did you roll it two-tone. That bitch out in the day, in the night it glow.
You feel me? This song really got that Atlanta swag to it, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with it though. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. Get into the breakdown and everything I did to get to this sound right here. So the first thing I got on this track, well, let's start off with the printing first. So basically, I don't have analog gear and I don't record off an Apollo. I use an Apogee Symphony. If you know, you know. That's one of them. That's one of them ones. So basically, I use a Neve preamp to emulate a Neve preamp. And I got this 1176 plugin to eliminate. To emulate an analog compressor. You feel what I'm saying? So boom. The only downside when you print, once you record, like let's say once you record this compressor, like it stays on there. You can't take it off. So excuse me. You kind of gotta record it, not necessarily perfect, but get it to sound really good, or we're just gonna fuck everything up. That's not what we want. You feel me? So bam, first plugin, I got this RVox, but I'm not using no compressor. I'm just using it as a gate. You feel what I'm saying? That's literally it. Then I got this Mixrack mic emulation shit. This supposed to emulate the Sony microphone, the C800. I just put it on like for personal preference, you feel me? Just to add more character on that top end. Not really too crazy. I'll let y'all hear how that sounds with it off and on. So this is with it off.
I'm gon' tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking his ass. Wanna feature.
This is with it on.
My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking his ass. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. Don't care that.
Just add a little, nothing too crazy. Add a little something to the top end. Let it cut through a little bit more. Here I got a simple EQ, you feel me? Just rolling off 67, taking out 93 hertz, you feel me? If I really want to, like, I guess go crazy with it, I just boost 4K, like somewhere around here, 4K, and boost the top end, you feel me? or sometimes I probably take out like 400. So the most I do, it'll look something like this, but 9 times out of 10, I don't even got to do that. I just leave it like this. You feel what I'm saying? And I let y'all hear how it sounds with it off and on. It's not gonna be a big difference, but yeah, I still let y'all hear it.
Miami smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. 4 carat out gold. Put it in my teeth when I smack.
That was with it off. This is with it on.
4 carat out gold. Put it in my teeth when I smile it show. Probably did you roll it 2-tone. That bitch out in the day, in the night it glow.
I just tripped out bad. But anyway, yeah, nothing too crazy with that. And then right here, I just got a simple compressor, nothing too crazy. I guess it's doing like 5 dB of compression. Ratio at 3. I got a pretty fast attack. It's like medium fast. And then right here, relatively slow release. Nothing too crazy. I just put this compressor on just to tighten everything up, add that glue. But more so just to catch the peaks. You feel what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Just mostly catching the peaks. I'll let y'all hear how that sounds off and on. This is with it off.
I'm gon' tell nobody. By ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. 4 carat out gold. Put it in my teeth.
This with it on.
I'm gon' tell nobody. By ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. 4 carat out gold. Put it in my teeth when I smack.
You feel me? If you watching that compressor, like if you watching the gain reduction, you see I'm not really doing too much with it, like just really catching the peaks. Some parts when he talk, like there's really not even no gain reduction. You feel me? So that's kind of what you want, just catch the peaks. Just make sure nothing's peaking, everything's consistent. Right here I got a de-esser at 4500. I really don't, when I use de-essers, I'm mostly using 2. Excuse me. So the first one is more so like just to tame the harshness. It's really not to de-ess anything, cause like look where I have it at. This is really like where the harsh frequency lives. You feel me? So I'll let y'all hear how that sounds on and off. This is with it off.
I'm gon' tell nobody. By ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. 4 carat out gold. Put it in my.
This with it on.
I'm gon' tell nobody. By ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. 4 carat out gold. Put it in my teeth when I smile it.
Like I said, nothing too crazy. Like as you see, I haven't done nothing crazy. You feel me? Like gate, immolation, the simplest EQ you'll probably ever see. Like you really don't gotta go too crazy with an EQ, bro. The crazier you go, the more likely you are to fuck it up. You feel me? So you really don't gotta go too crazy with an EQ. Like simple shit. Compressor, if you know about the R-Comp, it's a subtle compressor. It's really not no characteristics to it. It just does exactly what it says it's gonna do. It's gonna compress. Literally, that's all I want. I want compression. I don't want no added saturation. You feel me? I don't want nothing crazy on it. I just want to compress the vocal and keep moving. You feel me? Like I said, it's a rough mix. You want to be as fast as you possibly can. You want to move quick so we can hurry up, get to this next song. You feel me? And then de-esser, nothing crazy. Next plugin, boom. So I got this SSL channel right here. I really, like as you see, I really didn't do nothing crazy. I just boosted 2 dB at 10K. I didn't touch the mid-range because I felt like his vocal was already popping out in that range. I didn't really want to boost nothing to amplify it, but I also didn't want to excuse me. Damn, fucking burping like crazy over here. But yeah, I didn't want to boost it to really amplify it, but also didn't want to take nothing away from it. So I just felt like the best decision at that point was to just leave that frequency range alone. I feel like there was nothing wrong with it. So, and it's a rough mix. You want to be as quick as possible. So I just felt like it was my best decision to just leave it alone. You feel me? I took out like probably 2 dB at 500. Usually I'm taking out like between 3 and 5 because I feel like in that range is either like real muddy or like the vocal is just taking up too much space. So I just cut that out just to make more room for the beat and other elements of the song. You feel me? And this is a shelf right here at 225. Usually I'm going like 250. You feel me? I'm damn near always shelving at 250, but I felt like his vocal was already thin, so I didn't want to shelf it at 250 and make it thinner than it already was. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely wanted to keep some of that body in there. So that's really what that was about. I'll let you hear it with it on and off. This is with it off.
Don't tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pots. Don't care that I go.
This is with it on.
Don't tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pots. Don't care that I go. Put it.
Boom, right? So next, I got this virtual mix rack. Now this is where most of the character comes from in the song. When I use this plugin, it's literally just to add character, sauce, saturation, all that good stuff. Like this is where like the body really comes from in the song. So I got this 1176 plugin. I like this plugin because like it just, I don't know, it just does something to the vocals. Like 1176, like that's like my favorite compressors to use. Any type of effect compressor, like I'm always gonna use it. They go that AC again, man, crazy. But any effect compressor, like I'm always down to use it, bro. Because what it does to the vocal, like I can't explain it. I just like it. You feel me? But enough of that. Bam. So I got my second de-esser right here. This is really like to catch the S's and the T's. Like this is really just making sure none of that is going on in the vocal. You feel me? Sometimes I don't even need it, but I just like to have it on just for reassurance. You feel me? Because sometimes I do a session and be like, I don't need it. You feel me? And then you go back and do that car test and be like, damn, I probably should have used that de-esser. You feel me? Excuse me. So yeah, I just like to have it on for reassurance. When I put this on, it's really not doing more than a dB. Like I damn near know it's not doing more. It's not going past this one. You feel me? And then I got this Revival plugin right here. It's free, by the way. If y'all want to copy it, it's a free plugin. And you don't need an iLok to use it. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but you don't need an iLok to use it. You know what's crazy? I don't even use this plugin no more. I'm more so using Fresh Air, but that's another video for another day. But I just added a shimmer to it just to add more presence in the high end. And I usually don't use too much of this, but I boosted it up because, like I said, his vocal was already sitting a little thin. So I just boosted the thickness just to add more low end in his vocal. And this right here ain't nothing but a saturator. It's on Brit 4KG. I'm pretty sure that's a SSL elimination. You feel me? The drive at 6. I always keep it like this. You feel me? But yeah, this is just number saturation. You feel me? But this whole chain right here really just adds so much to the vocal. Like this is where most of like I want to call it power. That's where the power comes from in the vocal. You feel me? But I'm gonna let y'all hear it off and on. This is with it off.
Don't tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pots.
This is with it on.
Don't tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this at. Wanna feature, better send it to pots.
You feel me? It's a night and day difference. You feel me? Literally, night and day. Like you could really hear like the vocal just come alive after I put that chain on it. You feel me? Most of the body is coming from the compressor. The de-esser, just like I said, taming the S and the T's. This revival plugin is really just giving it that high-end shine. And then I got this saturator on it just as a finishing touch, just to make it pop out a little bit more. You feel me? And with a rough mix, you always want the vocals to just pop out as much as possible, but also be controlled. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Then for the final touches, I got this Pro Q3. I'm using it as a multi-band compressor, even though the correct term is dynamic EQ. You feel me? I just say multi-band compressor because, to be honest, I don't have a multi-band compressor. I just use this because it's great. This shit, I probably should get one. If you know any good multi-band compressors, like actually reliable, actually good, drop a comment down below. You feel me? But all I did was take out 2K, compressed 2K, and did a wide dip. Not a dip, but did a wide band at 6K. Like I said, the mid-range frequencies in his vocals was popping out. Once I put that mix rack on there, it really brought it out. So I just wanted to make sure to tame it so everything fits well in the beat. You feel me? I don't want nothing jumping out too much. You feel me? I just want to keep everything controlled. So that's kind of why I did that. Let y'all hear it on and off. This with it off.
Don't want to tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this ad. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. Don't care it, I'll go.
This is with it on.
Don't want to tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this ad. Wanna feature, better send it to pies. Don't care it, I'll go.
So you kind of hear what that's doing. You feel me? It's just taming the mid-range in his vocals. I'm not really doing too much. You feel me? Just keeping it simple. Trying to be as fast as I possibly can. And this right here is the 2-track. The first thing you always want to do, you want to turn that motherfucking beat down, man. Don't be having the beat not turned down, and now when you recording, it feel like the vocal is fighting for a spot with the beat. You feel me? Because if you don't turn it down, it's gonna sound like this. Not saying that sounds pretty bad, versus you just turn down the beat, whether you use this or you manually clip it down, turn that motherfucker down. You feel me? Turn that bit down, it's gonna sound like this.
Don't want to tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body.
Pretty visible difference if you ask me. You feel me? So I got this API Vision channel strip on. I got my preset on it called 2-track sauce. If you want it, drop a comment down there below. I'll send it to you for free. It don't matter. I'm just trying to help, you feel me? But all I'm doing is adding some saturation with this mic pre. I'm using the line input and a little bit of the mic, even though you really can't hear it. But I don't know, it kind of adds it makes a difference to me, like barely, but it's that little bit that counts. Just add some EQ on the top end, EQ on the low end. Where I get most of, like, I would say the sauce at is literally from this mic pre and this compression. You feel me? I try to keep it at 1 dB, but sometimes I gotta make it hit 2, depending on how the beat is hitting. It's a lot of modes I'm really not gonna get into. I got it on new. The knee is soft, and pretty fast attack. You feel me? I just wanted to hit and get out of the hit and quit. You feel me? Then I got this EQ. Doing some mid-side processing. I'm just boosting the sides on the high and cutting out the sides on the low, just so that 808 could punch through a little bit more. And I'm just taking out 30K, doing a cut on that just to clean it up a little bit. Feel me? Not really too crazy. Then I got this Archon compressor again, doing 3 dB of compression. I got the ratio at 2, but as you see, the attack real slow. I don't really want to grab in the 2-track too much. The attack is real slow. The release is pretty moderate. I would say it's kind of fast, but a little bit on the slower side of fast, if that makes sense. You feel me? Not really doing too much. I'll let you hear how this sounds though, on and off. At this point, I'm gonna just speed run it, because like I said, I don't want the video to be too long. I really feel like the vocal is the most important thing. As long as you can get the vocal to sound right and the beat to be pretty contained, I feel like you got a pretty good rough mix. You feel me? So I'm gonna let you hear how it sounds off. This is off.
I'm gon' tell nobody. By ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this addy. Wanna feature, better send it up.
And this is with it on.
I'm gon' tell nobody. By ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this addy. Wanna feature, better send it up.
You feel me? So it just added a little bit more like punch to the vocals. That's really all it did. Just not to the vocals. It added a little bit more punch to the beat. You feel me? Just making it stand out a little bit more, but also keeping it controlled. Like I said, I turned down the beat, so I'm trying to bring it up and also contain it. You feel me? Just make it sound like just keep it in a keep it in a pocket. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do. And then next, I got this Pro QP. I said Pro QP. I'm fucking up today, y'all. I got another Pro Q3 instance. Using it as a multi-band compressor or dynamic EQ. It really don't matter to me. This right here is kind of like, I guess you can call it like secret sauce. Like it's a more advanced trick right here. So basically, for me to explain it, you see when I go down to my vocal bus, it's routed to the vocal SE, which means vocal side chain. That's this right here. It's routed to a whole nother bus. It's nothing on it. You feel me? So basically, what that does, this vocal is being sent to this bus. Well, this bus is being sent to this bus, and this plugin is side chained to this bus. You feel what I'm saying? So why I'm doing that, you feel me, is basically while the beat is playing, it's gonna duck it down. It's gonna duck the beat down while the vocal is being played throughout the beat. So if I turn this off, you're gonna see that this is not active. You feel me? But now when I turn it on, you're gonna see it's gonna start dipping out the beat at around 2K. You feel me? So that's kind of like a little advanced trick, and I'm just doing that because I did a lot to the 2-track to make sure it's where it needs to be volume wise, and kind of squash it down a little bit just to tame all the peaks and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure at the end of the day the vocal is still cutting through. That's my main objective. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay, we almost to the end, y'all. Just bear with me. Show y'all this master track. Like I said, I'm gonna be speed running through this because I'm not trying to make the video too long. Most people, they'll have like a limiter on a master track, or maybe like compression in the limiter. But me, I take it a little bit further because I really want the track to sound as good as it possibly can. You feel me? This was a quarter while back, because I'm not gonna lie, now I just literally put a limiter on it. Like, I gotta save time, I'm not gonna lie. But or I just put a compressor and a limiter on it. But at the time we recorded this is what I was doing, and still turned out great. I might implement some of this in my new template, but just not as much, because I just feel like it's just, you're doing a little bit too much. You know, you don't want it too processed. But anyway, this may look confusing, but I promise it's just a regular EQ. It's just a mono section and a stereo section. It's a mid-side EQ. You feel me? So I just dipped out 80K. I said 80K. I dipped out 80 hertz just to make the 808 punch through. Literally, just to make the 808 punch through. Boosted to 450. Just to really more so for the melody. You feel me? Just to make the melody pop out a little bit more and add a little bit more body, and then boosted the sides at 18K. On the midsection, I just boosted 58 hertz, nothing too crazy. and my mono maker is 56. So anything below 56 hertz, it's automatically a mono. You feel me? And then I got the Pro Q3 again, the Almighty, using it as a multi-band compressor. You feel me? I'm dipping out 58 hertz. That's exactly what I boosted right here, as you see. The reason why I compressed what I dipped out, cause I still want that low end to be controlled and contained, but also wanted to hit, so that's why I do it like that. Dipped out at 190. I do all this simultaneously. I just do it by ear. Usually it's looking something like similar to this. Like that's how it starts out, like something like this. And then I just start, compressing frequencies. So I do it all by ear. Then at 529, compressed again. This is where I feel like I said, it's a lot going on. I just do all this to make sure it's space. So that's why I took it out right there. This is all hitting like 1 dB, nothing crazy. And then I got the FGMU plugin. This plugin is a banger. You feel me? When I use this, I don't go past 1 dB. Sometimes I might go 2, but mostly at 1. You feel me? Fast attack, fast release. I'm side chaining at 35 hertz, and I just really like the way it sounds. For this one, I will give you a on and off comparison, so you could just really hear that glue that is given. So this is with it off.
Don't tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this
This is with it on.
Don't tell nobody. My ass, yeah, I make a body. Well, in Miami, smoking this wanna feature better.
Nothing too crazy, but you could really hear the difference. I like using this plugin because like it adds character to the overall mix, but at the same time it's transparent. Like when you A/B it, like, feel me? Like while you making your adjustments and compressing, you really don't hear nothing until you bypass it and be like, whoa, this shit really made a difference. But it's like it's real transparent. That's why I love this plugin so much. Then I got this saturation plugin right here on the mix rack. It's on the Brit 4K version, the Brit 4K G, and this just add like subtle saturation just to bring more life into the overall track. Nothing really too crazy. When I'm using it on the master bus, it's either here or here. Like it's usually one of these two. I'm switching out. And the drive is pretty high to be on a master bus. Usually I have the drive like right here or something like that, but for this one, I don't know, I just like the way it sounded right there. If I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't do that. This session was like I know for a fact the session didn't end till like 7 in the morning, and we started at like 11. We started like 11 at night. We definitely got a lot of work done for sure. But yeah, a lot of these situations, this was the last song of the night, so I know we ended this song at like 7, but a lot of these decisions was made just off of me being tired and shit like that, because knowing me, I wouldn't do no shit like that, having it at 3 dB. But just to cap it all off, I have my first limiter right here, not really doing nothing too crazy. I don't even think it's even compressing anything. It's not even chopping anything off. It's just there just to make it loud. You feel me? And then I have my second compressor, just doing most of the dirty work, getting it loud, getting it, you feel me? Just getting it where it needs to be. And from this point off, I just send it off. You feel me? This is where I export it. It probably took me literally like 7 minutes tops just to finish this. So yeah, that's how you do a rough mix. If you like, I'm tripping, y'all, forgive me, I'm not used to being on camera. But if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment down below what type of more videos you would like to see. And yeah, let's rock out, man. Appreciate y'all.